and welcome back to Wednesday here on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your host, Eric. This week we are talking about closed-mindedness or correctiveness. So this week our topic comes from Explosive Orange. They read a rather lengthy and ranty article about someone's experience with other pagans calling them closed-minded for pointing out a mistake on a list of goddess and candle colors. Their mistake was that they found was a goddess on the list was actually a god and not a goddess. And Explosive Orange thought that this might be something we'd be interested in talking about. So their two questions were, what is our opinion on the issue, and have we witnessed anything like this in the pagan community? So I will put a link to that article in the description of this video, and you guys can go read it for yourself. And if you want to do that first, that's totally fine. And if not, you can just listen to what I have to say and then go read it, or not read it at all. It doesn't really matter. But the short version is that this person went on the list and they found these Aztec gods, which are a little less known in the pagan community as a whole, but one of them was listed inappropriately and was a god and not a goddess. There is scholarly information and historical evidence that this is the case, and this is that it's a god and not a goddess. So she pointed out that the information was incorrect and did her best to be civil and pleasant about saying that this mistake was on the list that they're mailing to new people. And instead of going, oh well, okay, we'll look into that, and if it really is incorrect, then we'll change it. Instead of doing that, they all went, oh well, you're just a pagan basher, and what if the person who wrote this list had a personal experience with this goddess or this deity, and had a personal experience with this deity being female, and da 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 da, and goes on to basically say that the person who wrote the article goes on to say that instead of possibly taking the information that was presented to them as a historical reference, and she says that she or he, I don't actually know whether it was male or female, the person who wrote the article, but said that they did list their sources for this information to the list, and the other people on this email list continued to basically tell her off, or him off. So then the person goes on to kind of say, well, look, it's all fine and dandy to accept that everyone's belief is their belief and shouldn't be, looked down on or anything, which I do believe. Even if somebody wants to believe incorrectly, or what I view as incorrectly, like for a very specific example with this information is if somebody wanted to say that Frey is a goddess, and Frey in the Norse pantheon he's a god. He has a sister Freya, and they are the earthbound twin types, because Frey is very much about animals and life that way, and Freya is very much earth goddess with life and plants and also some animals as well. But that's one thing. If somebody wanted to say, well, Freya is a goddess, I would go, no, Freya is a god. Freya is a goddess. That might be who you're thinking. And if they decide, well, no, I've had personal experience, that's something they can tell me, and I'll go, okay, well, you can believe whatever you want to. I'm not going to get uppity about it. I may try and point out to you, as this person did, that the information that you've kind of are based on, or the kind of you're kind of working with, is incorrect, and it's only a minor shift from where you are to where is generally historically accepted and believed. But if you want to continue believing that Frey is a goddess, which I think is not correct, I'm not going to stop you, but I am going to tell you at least once that that's not the way that everybody else has seen it, and you may be just slightly askew from misinformation. It happens. But there's no reason to get upset about it, and there's really no reason to get all ranty about it, in my opinion. And stuff like that does happen. I haven't experienced much of it myself, at least not in a personal basis. Third hand, I've heard of people I know and stuff happening to, a third party, but nothing like that has happened to me specifically where people get angry at me for trying to, express what I know is a historical or scholarly truth or evidence. So those are the questions. Is what is our opinion? Well, I think it's not worth getting upset about. If you feel the need to tell people what you know, awesome, that's fine. Trying to push it in their faces and telling them they're wrong, really not awesome. But have I witnessed it? Not firsthand. So, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to post those in the comments section below. Like I said, I will go ahead and put a link to the article in the description box. But, thanks for watching, everybody, and of course, until next time, Odin be with you.
And the hills, they are hollow and home to the fae who dance on Midsummer's Eve. Some people don't understand when I say these are the things I believe. These are the things I believe.